watching us to see what we'll do during these very difficult times. And I know from my work with the people in this room, we're going to make it through. We're going to be strong. We're going to be stronger. And we're going to celebrate at the end of every year everything that we're able to accomplish. So to all of you, I want to just big round of applause to all of you. I could not pick one of the three of these wonderful companies to thank. So I'm glad that I was asked to dedicate the award to General Motors. The DSO has a very long history with General Motors. And of course we do with the other, Ford and for Chrysler, and we are indebted to their incredible leadership throughout the years. And I don't know how one can adequately represent a lifetime of support in just a few minutes. And I didn't prepare as eloquent a history as Anne Marie did, so hats off to you. But I was thinking a little bit of what to say tonight in general, and I think that actions speak volumes. And General Motors, particularly for us, created a track record that enabled change across the art scene, and particularly right here in Detroit. Philanthropy plus governance equals incredible participation. And I also want to quote something I heard at the Independent Sector Conference in the community, the foundation community group that met last week right here in Detroit. And the quote was, "Tell me something and I'll forget it. Show me something and I'll remember. Engage me and I'll understand." That was a great, maybe you've all heard this before, but I'd never heard it before. And I believe that that represents the work that these three giants have done in the arts community. So for General Motors, I have to say, being in Detroit, for us being in Detroit, thank you for being here. Being in this city, being down the street, being here with us, working every day to make this a better place to live. And for that, I want to give you a big round of applause. There was leadership and a lot of guts at the heart of that decision to be here and to stay here, and we are very grateful. For the DSO, philanthropically, I'm going to use a little data. And for us, I think that dollars do speak volumes. Over $11.8 million have come to this great organization from General Motors. And that's direct investment to the work that you've done here in this building and when we were in other buildings. But in addition to that, there was something called the General Motors broadcasts of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. Over 25 years, Dick Cavett and Detroit and General Motors were synonymous with great music making and a passionate commitment for the arts. And for that, you will always be held high in the minds and the hearts of the Detroit Symphony Orchestra. So I want to thank you for that. Certainly, in addition to that, there was the European tour in 1989. Unbelievable generous operating support. We wouldn't be in this building without your support to our capital and endowment fund drive. There were challenge grants and, of course, generous support of events here in this room and in other rooms just like it. One of the last projects that happened with General Motors was a very innovative partnership with Buick, a digital download program offered just at the end when funding was something we were grasping for, and at the same time that we were working hard to save the partnership, innovation and excitement pushed through and created a program that we were really so excited to partner with you on. And it's that kind of work that made you the partners that you were all the time with us, and we look forward to continuation. On the governance side, of course, we've had a lot of great board members supporting us, and today we still enjoy a relationship with Lloyd Royce and Gary Cowger. Debbie Dingle was here. I don't know if she's still here, but I think of Debbie as the Energizer Buddy in the city of Detroit, representing General Motors and representing the city of Detroit. She was always everywhere, and she was fighting for the arts and still is to this moment. Rod Gillum, Matt Cullen, these people who worked so hard, sitting on boards, working with all of us to make our lives better. But of course, today, and I know I'm not supposed to introduce you, but I want to say to our very own Vivian Picard, active supporter of the DSO, recently working very hard with our Classical Roots program, a 30-year veteran of General Motors, currently the president and General Motors of the General Motors Foundation and director of corporate relations. Thank you so much for standing by us, for being here tonight, also with your colleagues. And so our hats are off to you. We would not be standing here without your support. Thank you very much, and enjoy your award.
And as you know, the 2009 Arts Legacy Award for General Motors Corporation and the General Motors Foundation is Vivian Picard, President of the General Motors Foundation and Director of Community Relations for General Motors Corporation.
Thank you very much. Good evening, everyone. On behalf of General Motors and the General Motors Foundation, it is my honor to receive this award. We are so proud of the work of the arts community in the state of Michigan. And of course, as all of you know, the last couple of years, they've been pretty tough for us. But we look forward to the day when we can come back and support the arts community at the level that we have supported it in the past. We are a company that, of course, believe that the arts community truly make a difference in our state. And we appreciate the work that you do to make our communities better, our state better, and our country better. And we will be there for you. Thank you very much.
And to present our third 2009 Arts Legacy Award to Ford Motor Company and the Ford Motor Company Fund is David DiChiara, General Director of the Michigan Opera Theater.
Like my friend Ann, I'm so glad that we were assigned a company. Our relationship to all of the, what I like to call the big three, has been a long one, and I've often wondered what our cultural community would be like if they didn't exist. And I began to think about an analogy with the movie, which was, It's a Wonderful Life. What if suddenly we were able to draw a scenario and go all the way back and see what would have happened if none of the things that we were given, the collaborations, the support, in so many areas, what would it have been like? I think it would have been a much poorer and much more dismal picture. And so the fact that we can celebrate these three corporations is a great honor, I think, for all of us. We had the pleasure of doing that at the Opera Ball in '06, and we shall continue to remain extraordinarily grateful for all that they have done. But tonight it's my honor and pleasure on behalf of ArtServe and the Michigan Opera Theater to present the 2009 Arts Legacy Award to the Ford Motor Company and the Ford Motor Company Fund. Ford has made an indelible imprint on the evolution of the Michigan Opera Theater and the creation of the Detroit Opera House. The lobby on the Broadway entrance is the Ford lobby. And for decades to come, students of all ages will benefit from the educational activities that take place year-round in our 6-story Ford Center for Arts and Learning. Throughout our 40-year history, Ford has sponsored performances of opera and dance, recitals of great artists, as well as new productions. But who can forget what is probably one of the signal events in the cultural life of our community, the incredible appearance in front of 45,000 very happy fans that thrilled them with the 3-tenor concert at Tiger Stadium in 1999, sponsored by Ford. Of the 3 capital campaigns that made the Opera House possible, 2 of them were chaired by Ford Motor Company presidents, Phil Benton and Jack Nasser.